If you clicked on this video, I assume you're into looks maxing, health and fitness. Therefore, I assume you've probably heard about mewing before. Mewing is basically when you put your tongue to the top of your roof and over time letting it expand and become wider, therefore making you look way more attractive. But what if I told you there's another habit out there that is way better than mewing and it's basically free and it's gonna give you insane results in terms of your looks? What we'll be talking about today is mouth taping. Scientists did a study where they put people into two groups. The first group was people who breathed through their mouths, and the second group was people who breathed through their noses. And what they found is shocking. So over the time of a couple months, they monitored these people, and what they found is the people who were mouth breathing while they slept developed these symptoms. They had more dental problems, they had worse breath, they were more likely to get sick. These people usually have narrow upper jaw, a high arched palate, they have crowded teeth, they have a longer, narrower face, and they have recessed chins. What breathing through your mouth also does is it doesn't filter out dust or viruses that then go inside of your body and make you sick, give you all types of diseases. And also when you breathe through your nose, it produces something called nitric oxide, which improves oxygen uptake in the lungs, it dilates blood vessels and has antimicrobial effects. And the fix is very quick. It is breathing through your nose. Now, how can this be achieved? Because through the day, you can actually achieve this very easily just by going around and keeping it in mind to breathe through your nose. But what about when we're sleeping? The average person sleeps around from 7 to 9 hours every single night. And through the night, you cannot monitor how you breathe. And therefore, the fix is taping your mouth. So how to do this? You grab something called micropore tape. So as I said, you grab something like this, which is called a micropore tape. Then you get a little bit of this, like this chunk, for example, this bit. Then you cut it off, right? And you put it over your mouth like this. So what this is gonna do is when you're sleeping, it is basically gonna force you to breathe through your nose. Now don't worry, you're not gonna suffocate because it is very easy to rip off, right? Like, let me just show you. So I put it back on, right? It's this easy. So you're not gonna fucking suffocate or anything. And what this is gonna help you with is gonna give you basically 8 hours of free soft maxing. Soft maxing is basically looks maxing and improving your looks, but it doesn't require any surgery. So this is a very good start. What this is gonna do, it is gonna give you all the benefits. It's gonna give you better jaw, better teeth, a wider chin. It's gonna give you fresher, better breath. It is also gonna help you with snoring. You're not gonna have a sore throat when you wake up. And what I recommend is when you're gonna be starting out with this habit, I recommend you cut off a couple of small pieces and stick them onto your bed frame. Because when you're gonna be starting out with this, it is the same thing as in the gym. When you go to the gym for the first time, you cannot bench press basically anything, just the bar, right? Which is 20 kilograms. But the next week, you can then add 1.25 and 1.25 kilos on each side, right? And then the next week, you can add 2.5, 2.5. And after some time, you're bench pressing 100 kilograms, right? It is the same principle. First off, it is gonna feel a little bit hard, but after some time, it's gonna get way easier and you're only gonna require one piece of tape for the entire night. Now, what about when you're sick? Because when you're sick, obviously, your nose is gonna be all stuffed. For this, I recommend you train in advance. So basically, when you're not sick, you start doing this, and for the first couple of times when you're sick, you don't mouth tape, right? But after like a year or half a year of mouth taping, even when you're sick, you will be able to tape your mouth and you're not gonna suffocate through the night, and you'll be able to breathe properly through your nose even when your nose is stuffed. And that is because you're basically training your nose so your nose learns how to use oxygen more properly. Also, mouth taping is gonna help with snoring, right? Because when you're snoring, you're producing sound through your throat, and when your throat is unable to access oxygen because obviously your mouth is taped off, you're not gonna be snoring and annoying your fucking roommates. And if you combine sleeping with your mouth taped and mewing, this is gonna have crazy benefits on your looks, because those are the two best soft maxes you can do. And when you're sleeping, that is 8 hours of free fucking mewing and free nose breathing. And also, what nose breathing is gonna do is when you're talking, you'll be more likely to breathe through your nose, like I am right now. But even I slip up sometimes, and that is normal because your body has to get used to it throughout time, and it's not gonna be an easy thing to do Also, when you're gonna be doing sports like playing soccer or boxing or anything, your cardio is gonna improve and you'll not be breathing through your mouth. So when you're boxing, right, then you will not be forced to breathe through your mouth, and you won't fucking get your chin broken, right? You'll be breathing through your nose. This is also gonna improve your focus, improve your cardio, and in general, it's gonna have a lot of health benefits. So therefore, I just recommend you mouth tape with micropore tape every single night, and you'll see the benefits in a couple of months, and then you can thank me for improving your looks. Also, quick reminder, I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers, so if you haven't already, please subscribe and help me reach this goal. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope this is gonna help you, and click on this video right here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.